Hi, it's Nicole for Bella Boulevard, and today I am working with the Our Love Song collection with a focus on the Bella Pop embellishment packs. So to get started, I'm going to pull everything out, and this is typically how I like to select paper for projects is I just do a really quick pull of what I like and what I don't want to say what I don't like, more of what I like for this theme and what I think will fit and what is just different. Like it's not going to work for what I'm going for. So a lot of times I will put stuff to the right for what I think will work for my layout and shift things to the left for a different project, different vibe, that kind of a thing. I'm going to go ahead and trim my photos. I did a quick mock-up in Photoshop and laid my photos out on the sketch that I'm following. I will link this sketch down in the description box below, as well as the Our Love Song collection. I believe it's still in stock at most retailers. I think this came out last year, but is still technically current to Bella's catalog. So here I'm showing how I thought for sure that I was going to use that black and white grid paper. But when I placed my photos on top of it and the rainbow stripe borders and had a look at everything, when I switched from the black polka dot, the like bright colors from the concert atmosphere popped better. So I went ahead and switched that out, and the whole focus or spark of my layout today was this pattern paper with these cassette tape borders. I had also seen this sketch that had a border going across all of the elements on a double page layout, and I was like, yes, I want to use the cassette tapes from Our Love Song. Now, normally I would have just used both sheets of this black polka dot paper as my base instead of building it onto a white cardstock, but the back side of this are those cassette tapes. So I can't use up both sheets if I want to still be able to cut some of the cassette tapes apart. So this is basically how you can kind of cheat your layout and make it look as if you built it onto a background and you've only used one sheet of paper. So you just cut it into 4 3-inch strips and build everything onto just regular cardstock. And bonus, my cardstock came with damaged corners. If you've been trying to find white texture cardstock, you know how difficult that can kind of be right now. And the seller that I got this from, it came a little damaged. It's fine. I'm going to use it. When you cover it up with pattern paper like this, you can't tell that the corners are smushed. Now, this was another swap that I ended up doing. I thought that I was going to use that red polka dot from the collection. And when I cut the piece and I put it on the layout, I quickly realized that I had 2 polka dots side by side. That's a personal preference of something that I just don't visually enjoy. So I swapped it out for the striped Bella Besties in the darker pink. And I really like how that looks with the lighter pink pattern, which I've just been calling the Saved by the Bell pattern. It very much reminds me, if you know, you know. Like it has that look. And I really like how they're both B-sides, they're both pink, but they both kind of read differently. One's busier, one's softer. So I'm going to put these over here on the right, and you can tell I have that open gutter in the middle. It's totally fine. This was one of those ones that I had to use a little bit of math and figure out what was going to go where, and things that weren't lining up were going to be hidden behind layers. Totally fine. Now, I did end up, I'm going to have to go and reprint another photo for that bottom left corner. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and format my journaling. The sketch depicted like a long, skinny column of journaling. And I spaced it to where there was going to be a gap because the border sort of goes over that element on the sketch. And I really liked that. So I just formatted my journaling to where I had a gap between kind of 2 thoughts in the journaling. And if it doesn't line up perfectly, that's fine, because what I can do is I can cut it in half and then line up each half so that they are perfectly placed spatially where I want them to be. And I like to do all of this before I put those skinny, like rainbow stripe borders on the edges of everything, because those are really what hides anything that's not lined up, any kind of issues with like edges and stuff. These are visually what I like when you have stuff like this meeting up against each other, but I also like that it just covers up anything that's not lined up very well. Now, I wasn't paying attention when I was cutting the cassette tapes out, and when I got both strips down here, I realized that the way that the pattern is on the paper, there is no edge that has a cassette that's not cut. And it was bugging me that they don't line up in the middle. So a friend suggested that because the one on the left is about 90% of a cassette tape, so visually your eye is going to kind of look at that as a whole cassette tape. So I'm going to cut the one on the right, make it so that there's a whole cassette tape meeting in that middle margin, and then that gap will be hidden behind my photo. So all of the essential meat and potatoes of the layout, the paper and the photos, everything is down. I have that photo that I needed to reprint. Basically, I wasn't paying attention. And the one that I had printed the first time, the artist in the crowd was all doing the same hand gesture, and I didn't think that that was appropriate, especially for a process video. So I found another one. I zoomed in and cropped it. If you don't know, this is Jelly Roll, like right before he kind of switched to more mainstream music. A friend of mine had come to town. She was going to watch my kids so that I could go out of town with my husband on a work trip. She stayed, took them to and from school, stayed with them at our house. And the night before we left town, she was like, hey, Jelly Roll's doing a free concert down on Fremont. We should go. Now, I have to tell you, there are very few people in this world that I will go and do things like that with, and she is one. The journaling talks a lot about how we have 20 years of going to concerts together, and she had the audacity this year to move across the country. And so the fact that she flew back to watch my kids and go to a concert kind of tells you where her support level is. So I was like, okay, yeah, we'll go down to Fremont. I live close to Vegas. I don't go and play tourist here very often because I'm not a big fan of the crowds. And to me, that section of the strip is not my jam. But we went. When we left and we got out of there, I was very overstimulated from all of the people, and we learned that specific stage venue, like the stages stay on Fremont and different artists come in and do free concerts or paid for concerts. This was the largest audience that they had let into that area. So I don't know that there's necessarily a cap on how many people can be in there. They essentially just continued to let people in. And let me tell you, you were making friends with people next to you, whether you wanted to or not. But it was a good time. It was a lot of standing and waiting. But again, I will do anything for that girl. So with the focus on the Bella Pops, I went ahead. I think there was 4 that sort of coordinated with this collection. So I took the boombox one, and I love when they do this. They'll have like the dimensional sticker, and then they'll include a lot of little like tiny kind of bonus stickers. So the boombox I put over on the left, and then I used a lot of the music notes and the little hearts that were on there to expand this kind of cluster. I did go ahead and fussy cut one of the chat bubbles from the border strip. I meant to fussy cut the one that said BFF, and I just kind of forgot. And then by the time I finished the layout, I felt like adding it was just kind of going to be too much. But there was a ton on those border strips, so definitely look at those. I did pull in a couple little pieces from the 12 by 12 sticker sheet, and then I am going to use a lot of these little records to create like a base to put these sort of chaotic looking clusters. And to me, that fits the vibe of a concert, especially this type of concert where it's just very loud, it's chaotic, it's colorful. And so that's what I was really trying to emulate. And I don't know how to tell you guys why I pick things. I can tell you why I don't pick things or why I have to change things up. So the Bella Pop with the 2 cassettes, I took the red one and it's going up above the photo. To me, it didn't contrast enough to have it be in the lower right-hand corner. So that's why I chose to put it up on the top. I am very happily creating this little cluster area up here, assuming that the second cassette is going to fit perfectly down on the right. I, at this point, have not noticed that the Bella Pop cassette is the exact same cassette that you can see on the border strip. And that is just it goes back to personal preference. I don't like when that sort of like twin syndrome or like repetition happens unless I want it to happen. You guys, I explain things awfully. So I'm still kind of like trying to figure out, because I'm like, I'm using this cassette tape. Like, it's going on here. It's too cute not to. I'm not putting it back in the package. We're going to use it up completely. So I'm going to marinate on that for a minute, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this You Plus Me. There was another You Plus Me option in the creative cuts, but it was larger. And so I didn't, like, originally I thought I was going to use that one. And then when I saw that the chipboard had the same phrase, just smaller, I was like, yeah, let's do this. And let's have it kind of go almost like an inverted photo corner. And I can use that like open space on the photo to put the plus. If you're going to put letters and stuff over your photos, I typically just try to find areas that aren't obviously somebody's face or hands or something like that. And then at this point I was like, okay, well, I don't want to put equals love. Like, yes, I love her, but we're talking about Jelly Roll. So I was going to say, okay, You Plus Me plus Jelly Roll. The amount of time I spent trying to figure out letters, I cut a lot of it out. I started with the Luna Alpha and symbol in the yellow, but I don't like when it's the same font side by side. Again, it's weird. It's like I don't know. It's like it's a tism, and it's mine, so it's fine. So I scratched that. I did try an ampersand from the Bella Besties letter scrambles. It was just too big. It wasn't going to fit. I ended up just pulling it completely. I put a black heart there. Later, I'll put a smaller sticker on top of it. And it doesn't read as an and, but your eye kind of looks at it as either You and Me love Jelly Roll or You and Me and Jelly Roll. It's fine. Now, I put that cassette tape on there and quickly realized it's side by side to its twin. So that's essentially just going to guide me into where that cluster is going to go, because I'm going to cover it up. So I just pulled in another vinyl die cut. I grabbed a little chat bubble because I felt like that kind of pulled in from the chat bubble on the left page. And then I just bounced back and forth between the puffy stickers, the enamel stickers. The puffy stickers had these little like wonky kind of triangle things. Again, they were giving Saved by the Bell vibes, and they fit the mood. So that's what I went with. I used up all of the little music notes from the Boombox Bella Pop, and just, kind of kept filling in with small things from the enamel shapes. And I just kind of stop when I feel like things look okay. We're not going for perfection. The subjects of the photos are not perfect, so the layout is never going to sort of scream perfection. We're just going for fun. And I cannot wait to use this collection again. This was right up my alley. At first, I was unsure, and then the deeper I got into it, I was like, I love this. This is hitting like nostalgic type stuff for me for some reason. I think it's such a fun play on Valentine's Day and just different love relationships mixed in with that music element. So I'm already like scrolling photos and trying to figure out, what's another kind of theme that I can stretch into this collection. So I just kind of finished up with some last little details. I really wanted to get one of these little sketchy hearts on there, so I did go ahead and add one over there on the far right. And that pretty much completed my layout. My date crew, my date is on there. It's on the bottom of my journaling, so I don't have to go back and date this. You can pause the screen if you want to read the journaling. And that's going to be it for my layout. So I'm going to leave you guys here. If you have not subscribed to my channel, or if you're seeing this on Bella's channel, go ahead and subscribe to them as well. Check out the suggested videos and leave any questions in the comments, and check the description box if you're looking for links to anything. And I will catch you guys later. Bye.